This story begins with a coin that most people would overlook without a second thought, a simple South Africa 1972 cents piece. It is small, copper-toned, and so ordinary at first glance that it could slip through anyone's fingers without a moment of attention. But this script is not about the ordinary version of that coin. It is about the rarest kind of discovery, the kind that transforms something simple into something unforgettable. The 1972 cents coin carries a quiet charm, and when placed under light, its surface reveals more than a simple design. The king protea blossoms across one side, crisp lines and delicate curves showing the detail that early minting techniques were known for. On the reverse, the bold 2-cent denomination sits in perfect balance, a design drawn from an era when South African coins carried a clean, strong identity. Many coins from this year were circulated heavily, passed through countless hands, scratched, rubbed, and worn down. But once in a while, a single piece emerges that survived the decades untouched, its surfaces still holding the sheen of its earliest moments. Collectors who understand the world of rare coins know that value is not just about age. It is about survival, condition, scarcity, and the unexpected allure that a flawless piece can hold. A coin that has passed through 50 years without losing its detail becomes more than a coin. It becomes a time capsule. When someone holds a sharply preserved 1972 cents piece, they hold a piece of history that resisted every opportunity to be damaged. They hold something that feels like it traveled through time, protected by chance itself. This is where fascination begins. And fascination is what drives collectors to look closer, bid higher, and push the boundaries of what a coin can be worth. Some collectors spend years studying tiny variations or minting quirks that appear only in specific batches. Others search for pieces that appear once in a lifetime, preserved in almost perfect detail. And the excitement begins to build when rumors surface that a particular coin, in an unbelievably immaculate state, has appeared in private hands. The South Africa 1972 cents coin, in its rare high-grade form, has stirred exactly that kind of excitement. Collectors whisper, speculate, and imagine what a pristine specimen could command if it ever surfaced on the open market. They talk about the razor-sharp definition of the protea petals, the untouched gleam around the denomination, and the impossibility of finding another piece like it. That whisper becomes a wave when attention grows. Videos circulate about rare coins that turned into fortune, and viewers start to wonder whether they might own something extraordinary themselves. The story of a simple copper-colored coin turning into a treasure becomes irresistible. People dig through old drawers, forgotten coffee cans, and dusty boxes, hoping that they too might discover something remarkable. As the attention grows, so does the mythos around this coin. People become fascinated not because it is guaranteed to be valuable, but because it represents possibility, the idea that something small can hold enormous worth if the right conditions align. In the world of collectors, prices can soar not just because of rarity, but because of competition. When two determined collectors want the same flawless piece, they begin pushing higher and higher, driven not only by the coin's qualities, but by the desire to own something no one else can. And this is how extraordinary numbers begin to appear. The world has seen ordinary objects become extraordinary simply because they were the best of their kind. This is the kind of energy that surrounds the finest known examples of the 1972 cents coin. When a coin becomes the absolute best, collectors reshape the market around it. The most talked about figure associated with this coin is a staggering $7 million. A number that sounds unreal but becomes part of the story because collectors sometimes assign value based on passion rather than logic. It becomes a symbol of how far people will go when they believe they've encountered the rarest and most perfect version of something. Whether every coin reaches such a figure is not the point. What matters is the fascination it creates, the way viewers stop scrolling and stare, the way curiosity pulls them deeper, and the way a small piece of metal becomes the center of a story larger than itself. The number captures attention, sparks imagination, and fuels discussions about rarity, condition, and hidden treasures tucked away in ordinary places. This script brings that fascination forward, describing the charm of the South Africa 1972 cents coin in a way that draws viewers into the mystery of value, rarity, and discovery. It tells the story of how a coin that once passed through everyday hands can transform into something sought after by serious collectors. It brings the viewer to the edge of possibility, letting them imagine holding a piece that could, under the right circumstances, be valued at $7 million. It is that mixture of realism and wonder, of history and imagination, that keeps people watching, listening, and hoping they might stumble upon a treasure of their own.